Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.
The St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation is proud to support St. Mary's athletics. We invite you to become a member of the Alumni Foundation by checking out our website at www.mhsaf.com or checking us out on Facebook. Good luck, Riders.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, scholarships in education, Boy Scouts, oratorical, and shooting sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their three-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
I'm Larry Gruber, longtime educator and St. Mary's wrestling coach. If you're in need for any electrical upgrades, whether big or small, for your business or home, reach out to Sean Barnett Electrical at 567-259-8343. Wondering what it would cost to have a generator for your home or business? Contact Sean Barnett Electrical for a complimentary estimate for installation and yearly maintenance. Trying to do electrical work on your own can be shocking and painful. Yow! I'm in Sean's corner, and Sean will be in yours for all your electrical needs.
The importance of quality driver's education for our teens is essential. Capabilities has provided classroom and in-car driving instruction for St. Mary's and surrounding communities for over 20 years. Live classroom and online options are available for our students. Capabilities also administers the Ohio BMV driver's exam for our students and the general public. Contact Capabilities today to learn more about our driver's education services.
St. Mary's traditions include football, SMAB, and Fowler's TV. Founded in 1957 by Richard and Peggy, Fowler's TV is celebrated, like a Rough Rider First Down, for its dedication to high-quality electronics, custom installations of indoor and outdoor TVs, Sonos sound systems, surveillance systems, and so much more. With 12 months of special financing available on approved credit, shopping local has never been better. Fowler's knowledgeable and friendly staff uphold the tradition of exceptional customer care, servicing only what they sell with the same or next day service.
Hello everyone, and we welcome you to Grand Lake Health Systems Court. Rider Nation Station welcomes you to another Memorial High School sports broadcast, as tonight we bring you a non-league game between the St. Mary's Rough Riders and the Spencerville Bearcats. And due to the Christmas break, obviously, I talked to Derek earlier, it's normal that schools schedule a non-league game right after Christmas. So we'll be back into league play next week. But tonight, a non-league encounter between the undefeated Spencerville Bearcats at 7-0, and they'll take on the St. Mary's Rough Riders of Jordan Blackburn. They come in with a record of 2-5. Let's take a quick look at the Spencerville Bearcats. They come in, obviously, their head coach Kevin Sensabaugh, and you'll see Will Sensabaugh and Owen Sensabaugh. Obviously, sons of head coach Kevin Sensabaugh. Kevin Sensabaugh, I remember doing many games when he played, and he was a pretty decent basketball player in his own right.
He's in his 23rd year as a coach, and yeah, it puts things into perspective. We're like, man, I just remember him playing a few years ago. He's a 1995 Spencerville grad, and his list as a player extensive, and that list kind of spills over into his career, at his playing career at Ohio Northern. Same thing, you look in the Ohio Northern record books, his name's splattered everywhere. he's passed down some genetics right now, and so he's got two what I would call floor generals out there at all times for him, and what just a treasure for a coach to have two coaches on the floor at all times.
Well, when you look at their record at 7-0, and you look at who they're starting, I consider them to be a very young team. You know, they're only starting one senior, and that's Carter Orr. He's averaging about 12.7 points a game, but Will and Owen Sensabaugh, Will's a sophomore, Owen's a junior. They start Jude Steeman, he's a freshman, and Grady Smith, he's a junior. So I consider them to be very young and have a lot of talent.
Young also last year, and last year the Bearcats finished at 20-5. The Rough Riders were actually one of those 5 losses, so things have kind of changed a little bit there. But 20-5, 8-0 in the Northwest Conference, and they went on at one point in time. They're currently on a 21-game win streak against Northwest Conference opponents. They had won their second straight NWC title last year. They went on to lose to Ottawa Glandorf 56-52 in the district finals, and of course we know OG went on to lose by 2 to Harvest Prep in the state semis. So you do a little score comparison, and they were right there last year. I'm sure they're looking for that to be, this year, and then take some steps forward. Derek, hit us with some stats a little bit.
Yeah, this team's definitely will be one of the toughest teams St. Mary's plays all year. They have high hopes, state hopes for the season. Kind of statistically looking at things, they're going to want to play a lot faster than the Riders do. So they're getting. The Riders are only shooting about 35 field goal attempts per game. Spencerville is about 43. So those 8 extra field goal attempts, they're going to want to quicken things up, play a lot faster. Other very significant stat, they get to the line a lot. So they get to the line almost 18 times for 18 free throw attempts a game. St. Mary's is only about 8 a game. So they like to attack the rim. It's going to be one of those important things, as we mentioned with the Sensabaugh brothers, kind of the two-headed monster. The junior Owen averaging just shy of 18 a game, and the sophomore Will averaging 16.3 points a game. So they're kind of the two-headed monster, and then Carter Orr is kind of their Draymond Green, so to speak. He passes really well. He leads them assists, leading rebounder, does a lot of good defensive things as well. So they really have a very formidable trio that the Riders will have to do a good job of keeping the Sensabaugh in front and then preventing Carter Orr from kind of doing some playmaking.
Well, let's quickly take a look at the Rough Riders. They lost both games last weekend to Defiance, 42-35, and then they went on the road and lost at Marion Local, 67-41. Their 2 leading scorers, Alex Haney averaging 13.1s a game, Brendan Stager averaging 10.9, and then it drops off considerably to Caden Geiger, the sophomore, at 5.6. So the Rough Riders, I think, with their height deficit, that's been a problem pretty much the majority of the year. They're not able to get in there and bang on the boards as much as I'm sure they would like, but nonetheless, they're going to have their hands full tonight.
And the one bright spot is the last 2 games, Caden Geiger has scored in double digits. 10 points against Defiance, 11 points against Marion Local. So I'm sure that's something Coach Blackburn is looking for in tonight, as teams are starting to, the scouting reports being a little more defined, of making sure we take away Alex Haney, making sure we take away Brendan Stager. Who's going to be that other guy? It needs to be Caden Geiger.
Absolutely. Right now they're lowering the flag for the playing of the national anthem. We'll step away while they do. We'll come back with the starting lineups and the tip-off of tonight's ball game between the Spencerville Bearcats and your St. Mary's Rough Riders. We'll do that and more right after this.
I don't always put a new roof on my house, but when I do, I call Eric Anderson with Grand Lake Roofing.
If you're looking for a fast, reliable, trustworthy roofing service, give myself and my team a call at Grand Lake Roofing, 567-890-ROOF.
Albert Sporting Goods, outfitting your team since 1980. Our products consist of individual and team equipment for all community organizations, club teams, high school and collegiate sports. We personalize your gear with embroidery, screen printing, digitizing and graphic design with on-site services to deliver quality uniforms, spirit wear, and fulfill every equipment need. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com.
Looking for the perfect gift for your man, son, or dad? Jackalope Stash Men's Clothing Store in downtown St. Mary's will help you score the perfect gift. At this haberdashery, you will find stylish formal and informal wear, along with the most fashionable and contemporary accessories. Not sure what to get your leading man? Stop in and purchase the Jackalope Stash gift card. Make your man the best dressed in the room, no matter the occasion. Quality, style, stash. That's Jackalope Stash, where riders shop.
Well, as I mentioned, the Rough Riders come in 2-5 overall, 0-2 in the Western Buckeye League. Offensively, they're averaging about 42 points a ball game. The Spencerville Bearcats averaging about 61 points a ball game. I think, as Derek mentioned a moment ago, you'll see the Spencerville Bearcats, they'll want to get up and push it up and down the floor and try to outrun the Rough Riders. The Rough Riders, to be successful, are going to have to control the basketball, not turn the basketball over, which we've seen them do a lot, especially last week against Defiance. But they're going to have to hang on to the basketball, control the clock, and make shots count.
You know, when you look at the St. Mary's stats, they're doing some things pretty well. Their field goal percentage is pretty good. They're shooting pretty well from 3. Percentage-wise, they're just not getting a ton of attempts per game. Right. And Derek talked about free throws per game. And
those kind of go together. You know, getting good looks, getting close to the rim, will lead to getting shots off and getting free throws. So it's definitely something that they struggle to create, to get things off the dribble, to get at the rim, and it's one of those unfortunate things. It's really tough to win without doing that, just because you don't get shot attempts off. Teams can just kind of lock in and keep you in front. So it's something that if they want to win tonight, they need to be able to do. But in the same line, they need to slow tonight down, because if tonight's a fast-paced game, they will lose. They stand no chance at winning a fast-paced game with Spencerville, just because their guard plays a lot better, and their playmaking is going to be a lot better. I was talking to the coaching staff for Spencerville before the game, and they talked about they recently coming off of a big win against LCC, who's one of the other favorites in the NWC. And LCC kind of wanted to play a track meet style game, and Spencerville was able to not only match that, but beat them at their own game a little bit with that. So it's something that the Riders just cannot get into. They need to play similar to how they did against Defiance, slow it down, long possessions, play good defense, and kind of hope you're in things at the end of the game.
Yeah, I'm sure if Coach Blackburn looks at a single-digit first quarter by both teams, he would be ecstatic. And really last week against Defiance, and the Riders were in the game until very late, ended up losing by 7. But, you know, you looked at the scoreboard and you said, hey, this is the St. Mary's kind of game. You know, and so on one hand, when we say, that it's bad that they're only attempting 8 free throws per game, on the other hand, you say some of that is probably a little bit by design, that he wants a slower pace game with this team.
Well, to me, when you don't get to the free throw line a lot, to me it indicates that you're not penetrating the lane.
Correct.
And going up to the basket and drawing those fouls, so you're not going to the line as much. So maybe that's something that Coach Blackburn's going to tell his people: try to get it inside, cause Spencerville to get into foul trouble, and we'll go to the line.
Unfortunately, St. Mary's doesn't have a lot of size to pound it in right now, and like last week against Marion Local, you know, we're pounding the ball in to Alex Haney at 6'1", and he's being guarded by, I don't know his first name, Niekamp, at 6'8" from Marion Local. And so, you know, it was like, they're not closing down and opening up for a pitch out. They just locked on and said, go ahead and try to shoot over us. So, I'm afraid tonight, again,
going to be really important with Carter Orr in there.
Yep.
He's about ready to be introduced here. But if you look at Carter Orr, he's a very strong kid. He was a really good football player for the Bearcats football team. Kind of watching him in warm-ups, pretty easy dunking, so going to be a handful for the Riders down in the paint, trying to keep him off the boards, being introduced right now.
Well, the starting five for the Spencerville Bearcats of Kevin Sensabaugh, Will Sensabaugh, Grady Smith, Owen Sensabaugh, Jude Steeman, and Carter Orr. For the St. Mary's Rough Riders, Caden Geiger, 6'1 sophomore, Casey Gross, a 5'10 junior, Alex Haney, 6'1 senior, Brennan Steger, 6'2 senior, and Parker Beam.
No, Beam is not starting.
Okay.
It's Momford, Ryan Momford.
Ryan Momford will start.
Yeah. Last second change there by Coach Blackburn.
And Monfort is a guy who can give the Riders a little bit of perimeter shooting, shooting pretty well from the three-point line, and so I'm assuming that Coach Blackburn wants a little extra ball handling, a little extra guard play against this guard-oriented Bearcat offense.
Yeah, and it's a tough line to walk for Coach Blackburn. Do you go with size or do you go with perimeter shooting with Beam versus Monfort?
Alex Haney and Carter Orr. The ball is controlled by Will Sensabaugh of the Bearcats.
Riders, as usual, playing a little 2-3 zone here.
Sensabaugh back out to Steeman. Three-point goal is good by Jude Steeman, the 6-foot freshman.
And that was really good by Will Sensabaugh, just driving right into the middle of the Riders zone and then kicking back out.
Shot put up by Geiger, no good. Rebound Sensabaugh.
That was a good take, Geiger. Maybe just needed an extra dribble to get into the lane a little further.
Nice
Riders
pass
can't allow
down up,
that.
and it goes to Carter Orr for 2 more points. Orr off to a quick start. He has all 5 Spencerville points. They lead on the American Legion scoreboard 5-0.
That high post pass, Riders just cannot allow that. It's the death of the zone there if you allow that.
Gross, Alex Haney with the basketball. Steger. Ball loose on the floor. It's still controlled by the Rough Riders. Geiger has it to Steger. Shot put up by Monfort. Nope, won't go. Rebound comes down to Steeman. Sensabaugh. Shot put up by Smith. Three-point goal is good. And St. Mary's wants a 30-second timeout. So the Bearcats off to a quick 8-0 start. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. And speaking of great teams, St. Mary's Foundry would like to thank its very own team of hardworking employees for their loyalty and dedication. If you're looking for rewarding challenges and first-string wages and benefits, check us out at stmfoundry.com or on hometownopportunities.com. St. Mary's Foundry, where iron and ingenuity meet. 6:21 remaining here in the first quarter, just underway from Grand Lake Health Systems Court. Joe Hurlbert, Derek and Kelly J, glad to have you along on Rider Nation Station. Non-league encounter, Spencerville Bearcats, St. Mary's Rough Riders. Spencerville's jumped out to an 8-0 lead. Steger with the basketball, guarded by Orr. Geiger, Haney. Spin move by Alex Haney. No, will not go. Ball is controlled by Jude Steeman. Will Sensabaugh. Owen Sensabaugh for 3. Got it. I'm sorry, that's Jude Steeman.
6 points. Start the game for the freshman. Looked very confident.
Casey Gross. Steger, Geiger.
Spencerville doing a lot of switching.
Nice shot by Caden Geiger, the 6'1 sophomore. gets St. Mary's on the American Legion scoreboard.
And again, as I kind of mentioned, Geiger is going to be the key for him. A deep three by Sensaball.
Owen Sensaball, nope, won't go. Rebound comes down to Spencerville. Will drives, and he passes intended for Carter Orr. Good defense by the Rough Riders, knock it out of bounds. Here comes Parker Beam into the lineup for St. Mary's. Grady Smith goes up with the shot, and 2 points for Grady Smith, his first points of the night.
Smith just kind of taking advantage of the size there and the Riders' lack of size. It's one of those things where not much the Riders can do defensively. They're in the right position, just not tall enough.
Monfort with the basketball. Parker Beam. Staggered, bounce pass down low to Haney. Haney lowers his shoulder, goes up off the glass and 2. Nice move by Alex Haney.
And Haney does have a little bit of an advantage there with Smith. He's had some tough matchups these last few games, but not quite as outsized as he has been. So he should be able to score a little bit.
Orr gives it out to Will Sensaball for 3.
Riders just giving up a lot of penetration there. In the zone, your kind of philosophy is let's keep him out of the lane, and Riders not doing a great job there because you're going to give up easy shots like that if you give up penetration. Good pass.
Stagger for 3, and he hits a Fowler TV 3-point goal. Brennan Stagger with his first points of the night. Steeman, another 3-point shot. Well, he's drilled 3 3-pointers in a row. He has 9 points for the Bearcats.
Well, that's really good playmaking from Owen Sensaball. Just kind of looking his guy, staring him down, breaking him down, and then making a great pass to the freshman for the 3.
We got a whistle, foul on the floor. 3:15 remaining here in the first quarter. We got a foul called, an offensive foul on Ryan Monfort.
Riders had about 5 of those against Defiance last week.
Yep.
Just off the ball, screen fouls, and ends up basically resulting in a turnover.
Will Sensaball for 3, nope, missed one. Ball loose. Owen Sensaball has the basketball, spin move in the paint. Kick it out to Smith for 3, nope, that won't go. Rebound. Orr has the basketball, stepped on the end line, and it'll be St. Mary's basketball.
Riders got fortunate there. Orr just really going after the boards, using his athleticism. Just running out of real estate there on the baseline.
Aiden Meinerding checks in for the Rough Riders. Casey Gross will have a seat on the bench. Brennan Stagger will bring the basketball up and set the offense for the Rough Riders.
Coach Blackburn will do a fair amount of substitution, but 2 things remain the same, and that's Steger and Haney.
Looking at their stat sheet, each of them are playing over 90% of the team's total minutes played. So they're just not leaving the floor.
Steger with the basketball.
Good back cut.
To Haney. Nice spin
Good
move
cut.
off the glass, and 2 points for Alex Haney. That's a pretty move.
And that's why they're not coming off the floor.
Yep, right there. Good pass by Brennan Steger, and then good finish by Alex Haney.
Saw it on our Jackalope Stash instant replay. I want to thank Jackalope Stash for sponsoring our instant replay this season.
Rough Riders could really use a stop here.
Or a turnover.
It's a good job by the Riders there as they hit the high post. It's, like I said, kind of a tough place to defend in a 2-3 zone. But the help side slid down after they hit it. So even if the pass would have gotten to the intended player, I think it would have been a turnover either way.
Meinerding with the basketball, top of the key. Gives it to Parker Beam. Parker Beam will push it over to Steger. To Haney. Monfort. Parker Beam. Oh, not a good pass. Ball loose, and it's knocked out of bounds. Officials say it was last touched by the Rough Riders. Bearcat ball.
It was the right pass. Alex Haney had kind of pinned his guy on the pick and roll but just didn't get it there. Bounce pass probably would have been better.
Will Sensabaugh will walk the ball across the 10-second line. Steeman, Smith, Owen Sensabaugh for three. No, will not go. Rebound Steger. Ooh, whistle and a foul is going to be called on Owen Sensabaugh as he collides with Alex Haney.
This is a great job by Alex Haney right there, stepping to the ball. If he doesn't step to that pass, it's a turnover for sure, but doing a really good job of stepping to the pass and creating the foul.
We're under a minute, 57 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Steger working hard. Needs help. Gives it to Minerding. Minerding has the ball stolen by Owen Sensabaugh. Goes up, shot won't go. Whistle and a foul. I think it's going to be called on Caden Geiger. It's Geiger's first personal foul, team's second. And going to the line will be Owen Sensabaugh.
Sensabaugh from the line on the year, only 68%, which is pretty remarkable since he's shooting 53% from the field, nearly 46% from three, which is just blisteringly hot, but only 68% from the line. So not that great for somebody considered by most opponents to be a great shooter.
He hits the first, he'll get one more. Will Sensabaugh, Owen Sensabaugh, and Carter Orr, they're averaging about 45 points of Spencerville's 61 point per game average. Now they got the big fella in there, Trevor Whitney, and a 6'3" senior.
Just a little miscommunication there by the Riders.
Pass thrown out of bounds by Casey Gross.
Not necessarily a bad turnover there. Casey Gross doing a nice job penetrating in towards the paint. Just wasn't quite on the same page with Alex Haney. I think Riders playing a little man here for maybe the first time all year.
Will Sensabaugh with the basketball. He'll back it out. Owen Sensabaugh pops out, top of the key, drives the right side, goes up off the glass. Whitney has the basketball. Give it back to Will Sensabaugh at the buzzer. The horn sounds the end of the first quarter. With the score on the American Legion scoreboard, the Spencerville Bearcats 21, the St. Mary's Rough Riders 9. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with the second quarter right after this.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
21-19 after the end of one. The Rough Riders trail on the American Legion scoreboard. Let's take a look at some numbers, Kelly. Anything stand out?
Okay, after that blistering start to the game for the Bearcats, they only, and I say only, finished 5 of 10 from the three-point line. And
still pretty toasty hot.
And that's still toasty hot. So, yeah, that was a crazy start. I'm sure Coach Blackburn was not hoping to have them come out and hit 5 threes in the first quarter. Just two of two free throws. So, you know, they didn't foul, but, man, they're going to have to close out on shooters and find shooters for sure. And, yeah, that's the big stat for the first quarter.
Big thing the Riders got to do, they got to quit giving up penetration. The penetration is what's killing them. Little 1-3-1 here looks like from the Bearcats. Pretty tough with Carter Orr there at the top. He's a big guy, and a lot of teams, if we can maybe pull this clip,
Get that
and we can show that on telestration, but kind of what the 1-3 was, what it does, the philosophy there, but doing it well, but there by the Bearcats.
Stager attempts a three-point shot, won't go. Here comes Will Sensaball. In the corner to Smith. Three-point shot is good by Grady Smith. Grady Smith with 8 points here in the first half.
Got to give the Sensaball brothers credit here. They're really not scoring all that much. Very unselfish, passing it well, getting a lot of good assists here to their teammates.
Geiger with the basketball. He loses it, but it's going to remain St. Mary's ball as the ball is tipped out of bounds by Jude Steeman, 6-foot freshman.
Geiger's being a little more aggressive it's been 3 games now, willing to put the ball on the floor and attack the basket a little bit.
Nice move by Alex Haney. Nice inbound pass.
Nice little play there.
Yep, absolutely.
Clear it out and then send him back door.
6 points for Alex Haney.
Coach Blackburn drew up a nice one there.
Or ball last touch by St. Mary's.
Good defense there by Casey Gross, sliding in, tipping the pass.
I talked with Coach Sensaball before the game, and he was just saying wonderful things about Carter Orr.
Yep.
Talked about how he's really the glue inside for him, but he's also such an effective offensive player because he passes so well, and he really, really helps the offense.
Gavin Schwartz, number 5, is in the ball game for Spencerville.
Quick.
Nice hesitation move there.
Nice 2-point shot there you see on our Jackalope Stash instant replay by Owen Sensaball. Stager to Haney. Haney's going to launch a long ranger. Nope, will not go. Here comes Owen Sensaball with the basketball. He's going to take it to the hole, up off the window and 2. And we've got a full timeout called by the St. Mary's Rough Riders. They trail 28-11 on the American Legion scoreboard. Back right after this.
Hi, I'm Jay Gibson, proud owner of Varsity Lanes since 2003. Visit Varsity Lanes for exceptional fun and mouth-watering food. Opt for our classic ham and cheese or choose from various other delectable options. Every Friday night, join Rough Rider fans in the lounge for food, drinks, and St. Mary's football. Can't make it? Takeout and delivery services available. Varsity Lanes is your go-to spot for daily lunch specials and dinner options. Whether you dine in, take out, or opt for delivery, Varsity Lanes, locally owned and operated, and the home of state bowling champions, and where amazing dining meets fun. Tempted? Visit or call us now. Have you made the call yet?
We did! St. Mary's Rider Rooters has been a pillar of support for all St. Mary's athletes for well over 40 years. Our current membership drive is ongoing, and it has its perks. Consider joining in support of the St. Mary's athletes. Join us at the game or scan the QR code. Go Riders!
28-11 on the American Legion scoreboard. Spencerville on top. 5:55 remaining here in the first quarter.
And looking at the stats, Joe, the Riders are shooting well. They're shooting 50% from the field. Just, again, as we talked about, more attempts by the Bearcats.
Well, I was going to ask you, how many shot attempts have each team taken?
They're at.
Do you have that?
They're at 10. The Riders are at 10.
The last touch by Haney, it goes out of bounds.
And
it's a tough turnover.
Bearcats at 15.
15.
Riders really struggling with that 1-3-1.
Sensaball. Shot put up by Smith. Another 3-point goal by Grady Smith.
The top of the key, kind of free throw line pass against the 2-3 zone is really causing the Riders trouble.
Stager to Haney. Monfort, shot up, rattles around the rim, won't go. Long pass down, nice defense there by Casey Gross. Not a particularly good pass by the Bearcats. Shot put up by Geiger. Nope, hits nothing. Foul's going to be called on Ryan Monfort.
Sure, Geiger probably thought he got ran into there maybe after the shot. Probably a good no call there by the officials.
Owen Sensabaugh from way downtown. Nope, that won't go. Here comes Casey Gross. Geiger goes up with a shot, whistle, foul, and count it.
It's a good aggressive take in transition there by Geiger. Really just kind of forcing the issue against Gavin Schwartz. You know, defenders moving, just kind of make some contact, probably going to go to the line.
Free throw rattles around, falls in for Caden Geiger. Look, just like that, here comes Spencerville. Up off the window is Owen Sensabaugh. They just beat the Rough Riders down the floor.
Yeah, boy, really no excuse for that one. You know, Riders have gotten beaten in transition a couple times here in the first half. And several of those were off of misses, and sometimes that's tough, but really no excuse there off the made free throw to get beat in transition. Just got to have better hustle.
Haney, nice pass, shot put up and good by Casey Gross. Nice assist by Alex Haney.
That's what the Riders need to do against that 1-3-1. They got to get it in the middle. Too much passing around so far. When you hit it in the middle like that, usually something good is going to happen.
Schwartz sets the ball. Nope. Blocking foul is going to be called on Alex Haney. So Owen Sensabaugh will go to the line and he'll shoot two. There you see it on our Jackalope Stash instant replay.
Boy, with that replay there, I think that's probably an offensive foul. But instead, Owen Sensabaugh goes to the line.
Owen Sensabaugh gets the first. He'll get one more. Checking back into the ball game is Jude Steeman. Gavin Schwartz will have a seat. Owen Sensabaugh 1 for 2 from the line. Gross, Stager. Nice ball movement. 3-point attempt by Geiger won't go. Rebound comes down to Steeman. Owen Sensabaugh.
That was a nice Euro.
Yeah, there it is. I was going to say hop, step, and jump, but
yeah, it was a nice move.
Yep, nice move by Owen Sensabaugh.
Give Sensabaugh a lot of credit. For a guy that's shooting 46% from three, you know, sometimes the temptation is to take nothing but three, so it should be goaltending.
Yeah, Caden Orr gets called for goaltending. You can see that on her.
Well, he got pretty high up there on that one.
I thought it looked to me like the ball was still on the way up, but yeah, he's got some ups. Riders trying to press the basketball. Sensabaugh. Steeman. Skip pass over to Owen. Sensabaugh for three. No, won't go. Rebound comes down and Stager.
Yeah, for Owen Sensabaugh, a guy shooting 46% from three, really doesn't force it from three. He does a nice job of getting to the rim.
Stager guarded by Carter Orr. Casey Gross with the basketball. Haney.
Riders need to slip a couple of these ball screens. Spencerville's getting really aggressive on how they're playing the ball screen.
We can show the same clip we did of the girls last week.
Stager, nice turnaround jumper from about 8 foot out.
Stager likes that shot. He's taking usually a couple of those each game. It's a good move for him. He's usually got a little bit of size.
Owen Sensabaugh, a foul is going to be called on Alex Haney.
2 fouls on Haney. Looks like, as you would expect, guy playing 90% of the minutes, keeping him in the game.
Shot put up by Steeman, 3-point goal.
Boy, Jude Steeman cannot miss here today.
Nope. Steeman's got 12 points. $19-point lead for Spencerville. Steger picks up the dribble, gives it to Haney. Haney's going to step back and launch a three-point shot. Won't go. Rebound, Carter Orr. Here comes Spencerville on the run. Will Sensabaugh stopped, pop, and in and out. Rough Riders got a break there because I think they pulled off of him on defense.
Yeah, they kind of stopped the ball and thought that that's all they had to do, and Will Sensabaugh found himself wide open.
Goes to Steger to Alex Haney. Oh, nice pass, nice play nice finish by Caden Geiger. Geiger has 7 points on the night. Here comes Will Sensabaugh. Drives the lane, nobody stopped him.
Help side a little slow there, and Will Sensabaugh just absolutely crossing over Casey Groves, kind of leave him in the dust.
20 seconds remaining here in the first half. Steger, guarded by Orr.
Pick it up.
5 seconds. Turnover, give the ball back to Spencerville. With 10 seconds left, they'll have time for one more shot. Sensabaugh. Owen Sensabaugh for three. No, won't go. Rebound comes down. Oh, it's that could have been a disastrous ending as the ball was stolen by Carter Orr, but time ran out. So that's the end of the first half with the score on the American Legion scoreboard. The Spencerville Bearcats 41, the St. Mary's Rough Riders 22. We'll be back with halftime right after this.
The St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation is proud to support St. Mary's athletics. We invite you to become a member of the Alumni Foundation by checking out our website at www.mhsaf.com or checking us out on Facebook. Good luck, Riders.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, scholarships in education, Boy Scouts, oratorical, and shooting sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their three-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
I'm Larry Gruber, longtime educator and St. Mary's wrestling coach. If you're in need for any electrical upgrades, whether big or small, for your business or home, reach out to Sean Barnett Electrical at 567-259-8343. Wondering what it would cost to have a generator for your home or business? Contact Sean Barnett Electrical for a complimentary estimate for installation and yearly maintenance. Trying to do electrical work on your own can be shocking and painful. Yow! I'm in Sean's corner, and Sean will be in yours for all your electrical needs.
The importance of quality driver's education for our teens is essential. Capabilities has provided classroom and in-car driving instruction for St. Mary's and surrounding communities for over 20 years. Live classroom and online options are available for our students. Capabilities also administers the Ohio BMV driver's exam for our students and the general public. Contact Capabilities today to learn more about our driver's education services.
41-22 is our halftime score on the American Legion scoreboard. Joe Hurlbert alongside Derek and Kelly. Jay, Rider Nation Station, glad to have you along on this Friday night of high school basketball non-league encounter. Spencerville St. Mary's. Let's take a look at some of the numbers, and we have some things that we'll show you on the telestrator. We'll let Derek and Kelly take it over from here.
Okay, for St. Mary's, Caden Geiger leading the way with 7 points. Casey Gross with 4. Alex Haney with 6, and Brennan Stagel with 5, total of 22. Really, the Riders shooting pretty well, 10 of 19 from the floor. Three-point line, not so much so, 1 of 8 from the three-point line, and only 1 trip to the free throw line, so 1 of 1 there. Not a ton of turnovers, only turned the ball over 6 times, but I guess the topic of discussion needs to be the flaming hot shooting of the Bearcats. I'll run down their scoring here for a second and then talk about their percentages. Will Sensabaugh with 5 points, Grady Smith with 11, Owen Sensabaugh with 11, Jude Steeman with 12, Carter Orr with 2, total of 41. Shooting 8 of 16 from the three-point line, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, total of 15 of 24, total field goals for 63%, and really haven't turned the ball over, just 2 turnovers. That's the game right there.
Yeah, and what does that tell you? It means you're giving up a lot of penetration. They're getting good looks, easy 3-point attempts or easy attempts near the rim.
Yeah, really good looks.
Yeah.
So we're going to shift gears here, and we had talked about going against the 1-3-1, which the Bearcats threw out at the Riders in the second quarter. So, Derek, why don't you take it away?
Yeah, and it's something I kind of wanted to pull up and discuss with Rider Nation Station fans, because not a lot of teams play the 1-3-1 much. You kind of got to have the right personnel to do it, and to be effective with it, you got to be pretty well drilled in the rotations required. So usually teams that'll do it are teams that have somebody who's long and mobile that can kind of play this top position. So to kind of orient, this is 1-3-1, so to kind of, it'll look like this, with the basket being here. So that's how the team will line up in a 1-3-1. So Carter Orr is that guy. He really fits that mold. You want somebody who's long, lanky, and can move really well. So how teams will often play is this top guy will kind of play parallel to the sideline as Carter Orr is right now. So you play like this and the goal is to kind of prevent teams from reversing the ball. So trying to keep the ball on this half of the floor, and kind of make it tough on teams to reverse it. So you have to rotate less when you can do that. So they successfully do it. So they keep the ball on this side of the court. They pass it to the corner here. Most teams out of a 1-3-1 will trap the corner. So the corner guy, the bottom guy of the 1-3-1 will cover the entire baseline. So he's sliding over here, and then the wing of the 1-3-1, here it's Will Sensabaugh, will slide down and they'll trap this corner guy. So a lot of times teams will trap that, then Orr will come over and trap that. So they do a nice job of trapping here. I don't think Orr does what he's probably supposed to take this pass away.
And if you look at him, he was sitting right there in that middle, knees bent and in great defensive position. He was ready to drop down into the middle or cover the wing.
So as we kind of continue to play, same thing. We get a better view here. So guy who's playing the baseline here, which is Steeman, is responsible for this corner and all the way over to this corner. So a lot of running there. And still here you can see Orr playing parallel to the sideline, preventing that reversal, trying to keep it on one side. And that middle guy takes away the middle. So teams that have the personnel to do it can be really tough to score against unless you penetrate. And same thing right there, tipping that pass. That's what that middle guy is supposed to do. So keep watching the play here, just kind of keeping the Riders in check.
And see, the Bearcats will be really happy if the Riders are continually trying to throw over the top of Orr out front.
Yep, the goal is to make them throw kind of those high tippable passes over the top and make it easy to rotate. And they force a really long shot there by Brennan Steger. So successful defensive possession, but more so than anything else, just kind of wanted to diagram that because the 1-3-1s, you don't see it real often, and so the philosophy behind it can be kind of foreign.
Can you back that up just a tad, Derek, and show the one place where the Riders, any team, can actually attack that successfly? If you watch and draw that right there, backside.
So I think this is Ryan Monfort here. What's tough is you have to, this backside corner has got to slide in here because that's going to make Will Sensabaugh have to dive down because Steeman is going to have to cover Geiger in the corner, and that's going to leave Casey Groves open on the backside wing. But you have to put Will Sensabaugh in conflict. Otherwise, he can stand kind of here in no man's land, and he's guarding both Gross and Monfort if you don't cut backdoor here.
And if there's a long, a lollipop, real high, slow pass.
It gives time for Steeman.
Well, from right here over back here to Gross.
So lobbed pass here.
Lob pass, that's going to give him
gives
a
time
chance
here.
to steal.
That's why it's important for Orr to be a long guy, prevent those direct passes.
So yeah, there are some openings. The Riders have to do a nice job of pinching seams and then reversing the ball and finding the open guy.
I think when you look at your ball handlers and your playmakers, is it your guards that have to identify that type of defense?
Sure.
And then let everybody else know.
And Spencerville, if you flip it down to the other end of the court, their guys are doing a really nice job of attacking the St. Mary's zone. And St. Mary's is not in a 1-3-1, but it doesn't matter. They're still attacking the seams of the zone, getting the defenders to collapse, and then pitching out for nice wide open threes. And I'm not taking away anything from the shots that the Bearcats have hit because they, like we said, have been scalding hot, but they're really nice looks. They're set your feet, take your time, and
they're high percentage shots.
Yeah, they're not rushed at all, and that stems from the great penetration that they're getting from their guards.
Well, both teams are back out on the floor, ready to go for second half action. Spencerville will have the basketball to start the second half. The Rough Riders have a monumental task ahead of them as they trail 41-22 to start the third quarter.
Riders obviously discussing it at halftime. We're struggling with the zone. We can't keep them in front. We'll have to play a little man. So it'll be interesting to see how the Riders do here.
Grady Smith will give the ball to Will Sensabaugh. Turn. Nice little jump shot from the left side of the key.
Giving Brennan Steger a little bit of his own medicine there.
Yeah, there you go.
Kind of Brennan's pet move, busting out against him.
Steger will give the ball to Monfort. Geiger, Steger.
Derek, you talked about that slip at halftime.
Yep, there it is.
And they got it. So obviously Coach Blackburn talked a little bit about that in the locker room.
They're switching a lot of the ball screens, and if they don't, they're playing it really high, so you have to take that slip.
Not a good pass. Here comes Owen. Sensabaugh up off the glass. Two more on the turnover by the Rough Riders.
Those live ball turnovers are real killers there. Turning it over and it goes out of bounds, at least you can set your defense, but tough offensively.
Carter Orr has a block. Steger gets his own block shot. Turnaround jumper in the key for Steger. Nice shot. Brennan Steger with 7 points on the night. Grady Smith with the left-handed shot won't go. Offensive rebound for Spencerville. Smith for three, no, won't go. Rebound. Riders need to grab onto the basketball. Last touch by St. Mary's. It'll be Spencerville's basketball.
That was a really good job by Geiger of boxing out. Just couldn't corral the rebound.
Good camera shot by our guy down there. I think Ross Henchen down there.
As always, the maestro.
Ross is the man.
We've got a whistle and a foul called. Foul is going to be called on Casey Gross.
And Casey's got his hands full.
Yeah, he's got a monumental task right now.
Trying to keep Owen Sensabaugh in front is no easy task.
Or in the paint, little baby hook won't go. Rebound comes down to Haney. Stager lobs it down to Meinerding. Back to Haney, ball stolen. Orr has the basketball. Nice between the legs dribble. Shot put up by Steeman, won't go. Offensive rebound, another shot at it. Nope, that won't go. Rebound comes down to Haney.
Spencerville capable of missing, a little surprised.
Stager with a shot, won't go. Rebound, Orr. Steeman. Skip pass over to Sensabaugh. No, will not go. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Meinerding. You know, one of the things we saw right down here with Carter Orr, he just went up for the rebound and he had to pass off before he hit the ground.
Yeah, he passes very well. He's actually their leading assist guy, averaging about 3 assists a game.
Steeman, underneath it goes to Orr. Nice strong move off the glass. 47-24. Spencerville on top.
Spencerville really offensively just kind of doing whatever they want. You know, whether it's sets, baseline out of bounds, kind of whatever they want, they're getting the looks that they want.
Ball knocked out of bounds by Will Sensabaugh. Stager will trigger it in. Orr is on him. Lob pass into Haney. And foul's going to be called on Grady Smith.
It's a good pass there from the sideline.
Grady's first personal foul, team's first. Haney, Stager, Parker Bean.
I think Spencerville's in a little bit of a 2-3 here. Been kind of mixing it up throughout the game, I'm sure. Working on different things defensively. You never know what you're going to need come tournament time.
Shot put up by Geiger, no good. Meinerding for 3, won't go. Rebound Geiger. Nice pass to Beam off the window. Nope, that won't go. Battle for the rebound. That was last touch by Aiden Meinerding as he tipped it out of bounds. Out of the hands of Grady Smith.
Just a tough sequence there for the Riders. You know, get some good looks. Gotta convert. Gotta convert. A little 1-2-2 for the Riders, looks like.
Nice pass down low. Orr kicks it back out. Sensabaugh for 3. Nope, that won't go.
Good box out by Stager on the backside.
Got to protect the basketball. Last touch by Owen Sensabaugh. .348 remaining here in the third quarter. 47-24 on the American Legion scoreboard.
It's too bad the Riders can't really get it going offensively here because Spencerville has definitely cooled off here in the third quarter.
Boy, quick hands by Owen Sensabaugh got in the way of that pass. Another turnover by the Riders. Owen Sensabaugh. Down low, shot put up and is good by Gavin Schwartz.
It's a really nice pass there by Sensabaugh. Can't really tell there on the Jackalope Stash replay, but he definitely kind of looked that pass is why he was open.
Timeout called by the Rough Riders. They trail 49-24 on the American Legion scoreboard. Back right after this.
St. Mary's traditions include football, SMAB, and Fowler's TV. Founded in 1957 by Richard and Peggy, Fowler's TV is celebrated, like a Rough Rider first down, for its dedication to high-quality electronics, custom installations of indoor and outdoor TVs, Sonos sound systems, surveillance systems, and so much more. With 12 months of special financing available on approved credit, shopping local has never been better. Fowler's knowledgeable and friendly staff uphold the tradition of exceptional customer care, servicing only what they sell with the same or next day service.
(49-24) on the American Legion scoreboard. Joe Hurlbert, Derek and Kelly, J. Rider Nation Station, bringing you boys non-league action tonight from Grand Lake Health Systems Court. The Spencerville Bearcats, perfect on the season at 7-0 coming into tonight's ball game. The Riders have their work cut out for them here. As they trail 49-24. Steger will trigger it in for the Rough Riders.
Coach Sensible doing a little bit of subbing.
Shot put up by Beam, won't go. Rebound comes down to Trevor Whitney. Well, he looks like he can just squeeze the air right out of the basketball. Shot in the corner.
Worth mentioning that Whitney, left tackle on the football team this fall, committed to play football at Ashland. Talked to who's one of their assistants, Kyle Koenig, is also their head football coach, and talked about how well he moved, and this is the first time he's played high school basketball. He played in junior high but hadn't played yet in high school, so they were happy to get him out this year.
Spencerville keeping things alive underneath their own basket. Shot put up, nope, won't go. Rebound Orr. Well, he's just a force inside. As you mentioned, Kelly, the Spencerville Bearcats has cooled off here in the second half.
Yeah, missing another three there, now 8 of 21, so tough to keep the pace that they had set in the first half, but really cold here in the third quarter.
Steger to Parker Beam. Aiden Geiger. Ball rolls out of bounds. It'll still be St. Mary's ball. Go ahead.
Brennan Steger, unenviable job of being guarded by Carter Orr. And again, it kind of makes it a mismatch with Carter Orr coming in at 6'4", and suddenly
Brennan moves really well.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
It's not like he's a big and Brennan can pull him out, take him to the rim. He moves like a guard.
Yes, he does. Very athletic. Shot put up by Montfort, won't go. Rebound. Owen Sensible. Whitney, the big fella, nope, won't go. The shot was put up by Will Sensible. That didn't hit nothing. And Trevor Whitney was Johnny on the spot, went back with the offensive stick back, didn't fall, but he was fouled in the act, so he'll shoot 2 for the Bearcats.
Whitney is 0 for 4 from the free throw line on the season.
Well, there's a brick.
Yeah, pretty easy to see why.
Not a lot of touch on that one.
Didn't need this kind of touch on the football field, that's for sure.
But again, the coaching staff was ecstatic to have him out there.
Yeah, they talked about how it was important for them because, Carter Orr is a big kid, but they don't have a lot of size outside of that as he hits his first free throw of the season. But they don't have a lot of size or really even depth outside of that. And, especially when they're talking about making a tournament run into, regional, state, those kind of things. There are going to be teams that are going to be bigger than them. And
Absolutely.
So it's important to have a guy like that who can, sometimes it's just a matter of going in and picking up some fouls, grabbing some rebounds.
Yep. Basically just being a banger.
That's right.
Shot put up by Geiger. Nice move.
Yeah, a little give and go there from Geiger to Haney, back to Geiger.
Haney's done a really nice job of making that pass. I think that's 3 assists on the night just on that particular move.
Yeah. Yep, Alex passes well. Definitely passes well.
Lob down into Orr. Ball knocked out of bounds by Ryan Montfort. It'll be Spencerville's basketball underneath their own basket. 55 ticks remaining here in the third quarter. Carter Orr with the basketball.
Oh, good hesitation.
Oh, and Spencerville off the glass and two. Good penetration.
As you can see on the replay there, he really kind of froze Steger with a little head fake, a little shoulder fake. He reminds me a lot of, we were talking off air, of Darius Garland, the Cavs point guard. He uses head fakes, shoulder fakes real well, kind of shifty. The coaching staff for Spencerville, talking about Owen before the game, said he's not necessarily the fastest guy straight line, it sprints, things like that, but really quick, got a really good first step.
Well, I noticed that when he decides to go to the basket, he goes to the basket. He doesn't have any intention. He knows he's either going to make it or he's going to get fouled.
Yeah, and makes a good, quick, decisive move and just gets to the rim.
5 ticks remaining. Steger has the basketball, goes up with the shot. Sensible throws it down. That's the horn. Ending the third quarter, and on the American Legion scoreboard, it's the Spencerville Bearcats with a commanding 52-26 lead. We'll be back with the final 8 minutes of this ball game right after this.
I don't always put a new roof on my house, but when I do, I call Eric Anderson with Grand Lake Roofing.
If you're looking for a fast, reliable, trustworthy roofing service, give myself and my team a call at Grand Lake Roofing, 567-890-ROOF.
Albert Sporting Goods, outfitting your team since 1980. Our products consist of individual and team equipment for all community organizations, club teams, high school and collegiate sports. We personalize your gear with embroidery, screen printing, digitizing and graphic design with on-site services to deliver quality uniforms, spirit wear, and fulfill every equipment need. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com.
Spencerville outscored St. Mary's in the third quarter, 11-4 to take a 52-26 lead at the end of the third quarter. Kelly, anything that stands out?
Well, as we said during the quarter, it cooled down a little bit. Went 0 for 4 from the three-point line that quarter. The Riders need games to be more that type. 10, 11 points in a quarter for them to be competitive. Coach Sensabaugh did sub a little bit more in that quarter, and I'm sure he'll probably do the same in this quarter as well. And experiment a little bit. Work on whatever you need to work on. He's got a comfortable lead. If it's the 2-3 zone, if it's the man-to-man, whatever. Just now's the time to work on those things.
Spencerville with control of the basketball, shot put up and slammed down by Carter Orr.
He got up pretty quick there, and what a great pass by Will Stallman. Little underhand pass on the Jack Loeb Stash replay there.
That's just a one-step slam. And a foul's going to be on Carter Orr. As active as Carter Orr has been in this ball game, and he's been pretty active on both ends of the floor, he only has 6 points.
6 points, 7 rebounds.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
and coach, and this could
and
be
a steal.
Yep.
Owen Sensible off the window. Turnover resulted in 2 points the other direction. 17 points for Owen Sensible on the night. He's averaging 16.3. Oh, I'm sorry, he's averaging 17, nearly 18 points a ball game. Ball goes out of bounds. Not a good pass by Casey Gross. Pass was intended for Caden Geiger. And checking in the ball game, number 12 for the Rough Riders. That's Kyle Ibram.
Yep. Only the second game that Kyle's been in, varsity game.
Got into the Salina game. And he is just a freshman.
Will Sensabaugh takes it to the glass. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. He'll shoot 2. Alex Haney's 4th personal foul.
Alex really had some tough defensive assignments. He's been guarding Owen Sensabaugh, their leading scorer, and it's kind of out of position for him. He tends to probably be a little more comfortable guarding 3s, 4s, and 5s position-wise, and just giving up a lot of speed to Owen Sensabaugh.
Will Sensabaugh hits both free throws.
Yeah, and talking to Coach Sensabaugh before the game, he talked about working on things to get better every game, every practice, every game. He said rebounding was the one thing that they really were trying to emphasize. Again, looking down the road, things that they were going to need later on.
Pass stolen by Sensabaugh, shot put up and good by Jude Steeman. This is what's interesting about Will Sensabaugh tonight. He's about 7 points under his average right now. We got a timeout. We'll talk about it when we come back. 60-26, Bearcats lead. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Looking for the perfect gift for your man, son, or dad? Jackalope Stash Men's Clothing Store in downtown St. Mary's will help you score the perfect gift. At this haberdashery, you will find stylish formal and informal wear, along with the most fashionable and contemporary accessories. Not sure what to get your leading man? Stop in and purchase the Jackalope Stash gift card. Make your man the best dressed in the room, no matter the occasion. Quality, style, stash. That's Jackalope Stash, where riders shop.
And speaking of great teams, St. Mary's Foundry would like to thank its very own team of hardworking employees for their loyalty and dedication. If you're looking for rewarding challenges and first-string wages and benefits, check us out at stmfoundry.com or on hometownopportunities.com. St. Mary's Foundry, where iron and ingenuity meet.
Well, just before the break, we were talking about Will Sensabaugh. I think on the night he's about 9 points underneath his average. But, I think, to me, that is a sign of a team player. I mean, he dished the ball. He played extremely hard. He caused turnovers for the Riders, and he was able to hit the open man. And I think he's very unselfish, and I think that that kind of attitude makes Spencerville go.
Yeah, it's very admirable. He hasn't been trying to take a bunch of bad shots. He's made the right pass, made the right play, even though he hadn't hit his scoring average. Which it shows that he's a team guy, just cares about the team winning.
Landon Colley in the ball game for Spencerville. Of course, Hunter McPherson is in. Gavin Schwartz is in. Trevor Whitney. And Jude Steeman still in the ball game. Of course, Steeman's a freshman.
Yeah, I'm sure they're just trying to get him some minutes.
Exactly, get him some experience. There's the big fella. Trevor Whitney with 2 off the glass.
Boy, really not much Brennan Steger could do there on the Jackalope Stash replay. He's giving up, I'm sure, about 100 pounds there. That's a tough matchup.
Haney, the left-handed dribble, backs into the paint, goes up with a shot off the glass. Nice shot by Alex Haney.
Suddenly Carter Orr's not in there to swat things, so ease up a little bit for the Riders inside.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Trevor Whitney doesn't have the ups that Orr has.
Yeah.
Ball's going to sail out of bounds. It'll be Spencerville ball. Parker Bean checks in for the Riders.
And I guess we must have missed that one with the score with Whitney's score. Now we do have a running clock. Running clock is at 35 points, but you got to get it, I think, under 30.
I think
correct.
30, yes.
for it to no longer be a running clock. So even with Alex Haney's basket leads 34, the clock does stay running. So these last few minutes of the game should go very quickly.
Whitney puts it on the floor, goes up off the glass and two. That's just pure physical strength, just backing down in, backs the defensive player back. That's, I think, Haney.
Good footwork with the big man.
Yep.
Yeah, Whitney probably, I'm sure, career high, averaging 0.7 points per game. So I'm sure this is big for him.
Well, these are big minutes for him as well, you know, because you want to get minutes, get some experience. He's going to do it again.
Yeah, it's, again, over 100 pounds, I'm sure, between Trevor Whitney and Alex Haney.
We've got a timeout called on the floor, 30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
66-28, it's all Bearcats from the get-go. They jumped out to a quick 9-0 lead and never looked back. We have a running clock, 3:07 remaining in the basketball contest. Stager. Meinerding needs help. Well, he just goes up with a shot. Nice shot by Aiden Meinerding.
Kind of did some pivots there and found himself to be open, just went up with the shot.
Landon Colley in the corner it goes. Shot put up, three-point shot. Nope, that's nothing. Shot was put up by Drew Baumgartner. Two St. Mary's players goes after the basketball. That's pretty much been a typical night for the Rough Riders. Two players go after it. You mentioned a game or so ago, when two players from the same team go after it, it's pretty much going to be a travel. And that was the call. So the turnover will give the ball back to Spencerville.
Coach Blackburn doing some subbing of his own here to finish out these last 2 minutes.
Meinerding knocks the ball out of bounds. Colley with the basketball. Give it to Baumgartner. Colley, Baumgartner. Schwartz, Colley, Baumgartner thought about it. Goes up with a shot from the left side. Got it. Drew Baumgartner, just a freshman.
First points on the season, and then being a freshman, first points for a career.
And the Bearcat bench was very supportive of him.
Yeah.
Aiden Meinerding with 2 more points. Aiden with 4 points. You can see there on their Jackalope Stash instant replay. Lob it down, Colley. Shot put up by McPherson, and it's back up and in.
Freshman Bruno Kabunde in for the Riders, number 15.
This point in time for both teams is just trying to get some guys some minutes, you know, maybe get some first career points for a couple of guys.
Meinerding,
nice
left-handed shot off the glass by Aiden Meinerding. That's his 6th point of the night. 20 seconds remaining in the game. Colley, Baumgartner. Colley, top of the key. Baumgartner, Colley. We're down to 7 seconds, and that'll be it. 70-34 is going to be the final score. The Spencerville Bearcats run their record to 8-0 on the season, 2-0 in the Northwest Conference. The Riders drop to 2-6 on the season. We'll take a break. We'll come back and we'll take a look at statistics and wrap things up from Grand Lake Health Systems Court right after this.
St. Mary's Rider Rooters has been a pillar of support for all St. Mary's athletes for well over 40 years. Our current membership drive is ongoing, and it has its perks. Consider joining in support of the St. Mary's athletes. Join us at the game or scan the QR code. Go Riders!
Hi, I'm Jay Gibson, proud owner of Varsity Lanes since 2003. Visit Varsity Lanes for exceptional fun and mouth-watering food. Opt for our classic ham and cheese or choose from various other delectable options. Every Friday night, join Rough Rider fans in the lounge for food, drinks, and St. Mary's football. Can't make it? Takeout and delivery services available. Varsity Lanes is your go-to spot for daily lunch specials and dinner options. Whether you dine in, take out, or opt for delivery, Varsity Lanes, locally owned and operated, and the home of state bowling champions, and where amazing dining meets fun. Tempted? Visit or call us now. Have you made the call yet?
We did. Well, the Riders split JV contest and the varsity contest. In the JV game, St. Mary's wins 35-21, and in the varsity contest, the varsity loses by a score of 70-34. It was all Spencerville in tonight's varsity contest. They jumped out to a quick 9-0 lead, and they never really looked back. So let's take a look at some of the numbers. It'll probably do a lot of explaining as to why the Spencerville Bearcats put 70 points on the scoreboard.
All right, we'll hit St. Mary's first. Caden Geiger leading the way for the Riders with 9 points. And that's, I think, his third game in a row, I think, of leading the Riders in scoring. So that's a positive for Coach Blackburn. I know he's trying to get that third scorer in there somewhere. So kudos to Caden for having a nice scoring game. Casey Gross with 4, Alex Haney with 8. Aiden Meinerding last quarter came out off the bench to score 6 points. A nice finish with his left hand on that last drive. And Brendan Steger with 7 points for a total of 34. The Riders were 16 of 36 for 44% from the field. A disappointing 1 of 12 from the three-point line. So that they obviously struggled there from long range with their shooting. Had 14 turnovers for the night. And Derek talked about several of those that were just kind of open court turnovers and led to easy buckets for the Bearcats. And I should throw in there also on the Rough Rider stats, Alex Haney had 6 rebounds for the night to lead the way there. For the Spencerville Bearcats, and boy, they came as advertised. Their guard play was tremendous. Very, very impressed, not just with the 2 Sensible boys, but everybody else. Hit knocked down shots when they were given easy looks from the perimeter. Great penetration, a well-rounded game for all of them. So here goes. Will Sensabaugh with 9 points, Gavin Schwartz with 4, Grady Smith with 11, Owen Sensabaugh with 17, Jude Steeman with 14, Carter Orr with 6, Drew Baumgartner with 7, and the big man Trevor Whitney there in the fourth quarter with 7 points. Making his mark in the fourth quarter for the Bearcats. Total field goals for the Bearcats, 28 of 50 for 56%. Three-point line only finished, and I say only, 8 of 22 for 36%. But if you recall that first quarter, they were deadly with 4 of 8, I think, in the first quarter. Wow. So they kind of did their damage early on. And then when the Riders had to come out and guard because, they were giving them a really easy look, then it was slice and dice time and take the ball to the basket and got some really, really easy drives there. I should throw in a couple rebounding stats as well. Owen Sensabaugh with 7 rebounds on the night. Carter Orr was 7 as well. And Trevor Whitney was 6 in really limited minutes tonight's game, 6 rebounds as well. The Bearcats turned the ball over a total of 3 times.
Wow.
So, excellent ball handling. And I had him for 12 assists, and that's one of
probably
my...
light.
Yeah, it's probably light because that's the one area where I'm willing to miss a few if I'm trying to input stats on a a lot of possessions and things. So, yeah, great floor game by the Bearcats, and the Riders had their hands full, and we knew that from the outset. We knew it was going to be a tough game, and boy, a really, really nice-looking team with the Spencerville Bearcats.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to conclude our sports broadcast for the month of December. Here's what we got coming up your way in the month of January. Of course, the who? Oh, we got bowling on Monday. Well, where did I miss that at? So we'll have bowling on Monday from Varsity Lane, so tune in for that. And then as far as basketball is concerned, we'll be back in action January 7th, Tuesday, with boys basketball here at Grand Lake Health System Court against Versailles. The girls will be here January 9th against Walpock. And then the following week, January 14th, it'll be the Bath Wildcats coming to St. Mary's to take on the Riders in boys basketball. And then the OG Lady Titans will be here to take on the girls on January 16th. That'll be a Thursday. That's the first couple of weeks in January. And, of course, our next wrestling broadcast will be Thursday, January 23rd against Van Wert. So that's a look into the month of December. Of course, the boys and girls are on a little bit of a road trip. They'll be back in, like I said, January 7th for boys, January 9th for girls. Well, that's going to wrap it up here for Rider Nation Station from Grand Lake Health Systems Court. We'd like to thank Hunter Winget on camera, Ross Henshin, and down in the pushing the buttons, Rich Spencer, Logan Yelton, Doug Spencer, wherever he may be traveling around. For Kelly J. and Derek J., I'm Joe Hurlburt. Until next time, so long, everyone.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by